blood supply of the brain and the spinal cord. So there is a vertebral artery, to what left and right vertebral artery from the subclavian artery, and then go and combine with the from the basilar artery, and from this there is a forming anterior. From this there is a forming anterior vertebral artery, and here is a forming pica posterior inferior cerebral artery. Pica, this is vertebral artery, and this is the anterior spinal artery, basilar artery, and from here there is some pontine artery. Then there is a forming anterior inferior cerebral artery, anterior inferior cerebral artery. This is posterior inferior cerebral artery. After that, from this pica and forming to posterior spinal artery, and this is our spinal cord. This is posterior side, this is anterior side. So here anterior artery, this is anterior cerebral artery. From posterior there is two posterior spinal artery, posterior spinal artery, and then there is like segmental artery. This is a segmental artery giving the branch, and is forming the like posterior going in posterior side and anterior side. So it is known as anterior radicular artery. This is known as anterior radicular artery. This is posterior radicular artery, radicular artery, and these are anastomosis. So there is a posterior medullary artery, posterior, and also there is forming, this forming posterior spinal medullary artery, posterior spinal medullary artery, and after that this is this basilar artery going to upward. So now this is the basilar artery going upward and forming like this. This is a posterior cerebral artery, from the anterior side. Here the internal carotid artery going inside the carotid canal, through the carotid canal, and it is a division of the common carotid artery. This is a common carotid artery, and this is the external carotid artery, central artery going and forming one posterior middle cerebral artery, and also forming anterior cerebral artery, anterior cerebral artery, and this anterior cerebral artery communicating with the anterior cerebral artery communicating with the posterior cerebral artery and communicating artery. This is a communicating artery, and both side left and right anterior carotid artery, anterior cerebral artery communicating anterior communicating artery and forming a circle. This is known as circle of Willis.